welcome to Work the Left Side. I'm here with the winner, Jacob Quinn. Don't let anyone else say otherwise. It is winner. That's what the W stands for. Dude, how we doing? You good?
I'm all good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, mate, I'm 5x5. I'm awesome. Just recovering from a hectic weekend. Some good wrestling. Talking of which, we'll go straight to it. The obviously Planet Wrestle. You've had a hectic week yourself as well. So obviously for the people that were there, you know, they got to see you going against Mr. Bandicoot. How was that?
Oh, it was great. I just ever since I started training, I've seen Bandicoot. He's exceptional. He's so good. Yeah. He's the man. So when I saw I was able to step in the ring with him, I was beyond chuffed.
Dude, that is, you know, that's massive kudos to you, kind of thing. Because I've seen you at Planet a few times now. Obviously, you know, I follow Pursuit a lot. You know, the in-house shows on YouTube and the reels and things like that. And dude, it just speaks volumes for, you know, what you've achieved. You know, whilst you've been training there, the journey so far. You know, they're like, right, okay, yeah, this guy can go in and have a credible match with Jack.
Yeah,
and the fans are going to be interested in it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's all a shock to me. Like all of it. It's all like, you want me against him? Like it's all pretty insane. Like from working with Wes the last show before that, and and being on cards with people like Kid Lycos, Liam, and Nathan is so cool to just be on the same shows as them. Lycos too, even.
It's like I said, mate, it's a hard work, and that's another prime example of what I was just saying. You know, Planet Wrestle gets you know, Wes on the show in Nsereko. Obviously, he's on the posters. You know, the Gladiator finalists.
Yeah.
You know, they're using him to pull people in.
Yeah.
And again, who do they put him in a match with? You.
This guy. Don't know why. I'm just very happy that I was the one chosen, because there was a lot of people who we could have gone against, but I was one chosen to do the match. I'm beyond happy with some of the matches I've been able to be put in.
It is, like I said, you know, I'll keep saying it. You'll eventually believe it at some point. But yeah, it was a banging match as well. You know, I was there for that one, and I got to speak to Wes afterwards, and he was, you know, bigging you up. I think he was on the show just after that event. And yeah, he was on about, you know, he sort of said it was easy, you know, getting in the ring with you, mate. Like, it was just easy. He says, you get in the ring with somebody like that. He says, I'll do that every day.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's for some reason just being backstage at Planet is just so calm. It's a bloody hot venue. It's a really hot place, because the whole time you're sweating and everything. So the last thing you want to do is stress about going out there and trying to put on a show and like be worried about that when you're sweating, you're dehydrated, you're in a hot place where everyone's around. So it's a very calming thing to be working with people who sort of like, this is easy. Nice.
That's it. So, right, we'll tick the generic stuff off. So I've mentioned Pursuit. You know, that's, you know, was that your first school, or did you go somewhere else and then up to Pursuit? So you literally from day one, you walked into Pursuit facility. What made you take steps?
I was in my second year at uni. I was 19, and I'd done nothing my first year. I was bored out of my mind, and just like all I could think was, do I really want another year of this? No. And for years prior, because I'm in the Midlands, I just every once in a while I just search up wrestling schools near me, and for some reason, like ones that didn't have, like, I didn't really see many of the good ones around, so I was like, I don't really know. Plus, it's all out of the way sort of thing. It's not walking distance. It's sort of like, do I really want to do this? Now I'll leave it. But then when I saw Pursuit was, I think it was like half an hour walk away from me, I was like, what's the excuse not to? Like, I've got no reason to just not walk over and try. So it's so weird. I sent in because you have to email, you have to set it up with your email saying that you're interested, and so I did that. Didn't expect anything back. Heard back from them. Then oh God, I'm so bad. I have anxiety sometimes. So sometimes I just, when I see an email and I haven't replied to it in like a day, I'm like, oh, it's going to be weird if I don't reply to it. So then I'm just like, so then I didn't reply to it. And I thought, oh, okay, that's my opportunity gone. I'll never reply to it again. Thankfully, Liam followed up with me and said, are you still interested? And thankfully, I was like, I'm not going to, it must be a sign or something. I'm going to hop right onto this. I'm going to make sure that I seize this opportunity now. So I was, it was a weird leap of faith sort of thing, but I'm grateful every day that I did it.
And that's the thing as well, it sounds, obviously, I've spoken to, I must be getting close to nearly 30 people from Pursuit, that I've spoken to here kind of thing. And literally every single person, it just seems to be, a collective of, it's just an amazing place to be, regardless of what you're out of, like how you start in. Even like, if you've got the anxiety before walking in kind of thing, people are just so good at like putting your mind at ease, taking it at your own pace and just making sure you're comfortable.
Yeah, it's insane. No matter what sort of athletic level you're at, how shy you are, how just uncertain, insecure you might feel. It's just such a weirdly welcoming place where it's like, I think anyone could do anything there. It's weird. Yeah, it's like as soon as I stepped through the door, I just thought this place is like it. It's so good. And
obviously that would have been at the old facility. They've got a new bigger facility now.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing when you first walked into that one, it was just like,
yeah.
Nice.
Yes, it's the new one's like this is sort of like, as soon as I stepped in, I was like, this is Nathan's sort of dream. Like, as soon as you look around, signs everywhere. It's like it's like he drew it up from his own mind, and I think he did. So that's why it just looks like everything that both of them have wanted out of their facility. So it's a really cool place. This new one.
It's just there, like, just like the ultimate blueprint. Bosh. There we go.
Yeah.
So, while you're there, so obviously, like when I've seen you at Planet, you've got the winner thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think Nikki has tainted with the whole wiener thing.
Yeah.
When you started training stuff like that, then did you go into it with like any kind of idea of a character you wanted to develop, or was it just a case of being like, I'll talk to people, I'll mess about with ideas, see what sticks?
It was no, not at all. As soon as I went in there, I was like, let's just see if I'm good at doing anything in this damn ring. But I think when I first started, it was like it must have been, it was 2022. So in 2020, I was just obsessed with, in the latter half of 2020, that start of the Roman Tribal Chief run.
Yeah.
It was like nothing I'd ever seen before. No fans around, so you wouldn't direct out. He would direct at the person he's fighting. So it'd just be like, this guy's during his heat, he's just looking at his opponent and telling them they're nothing, they're not worth his time. He's like he's just trash talking them in the middle of an insane wrestling match. I just thought that was like insanely cool. Like just I'm better than him, and I'm going to tell him to his face. I thought that was like a really cool thing to be to just do in your wrestling. I know a lot of people do that and then also direct out, but just the way Roman was doing it, I was like, this is different. This is it's such a big change from how he was before So then it just became like a complete night and day difference of like, oh, Roman's way cooler now, and he's different, and so that stuck with me. So that's what I think. As soon as I started getting into advanced sessions at Pursuit, all I could think was, I just want to talk trash to the person I'm in there with. It's just this is what I wanted to do. I want to get in the heat and just verbally abuse this man in front of me. You know,
it gave you a sense of direction, like I said, a focus,
yeah.
something you know, like. And like I said, that is such a good example. Not many people kind of refer back to that, you know, like kind of like the Thunderdome era kind of thing. Like I said, with the fans there. Yeah. Obviously, you've got to work different. You had to get that heat somehow.
Yeah.
And Roman nailed it by, like I said, just tunnel vision. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah, not many people pick up on that or sort of make reference to that, but it's such a good thing because, like I said, it worked.
It was a game changer. It was like, I'm going to make everyone talk about me after the fact, just because he knows. I think he knew how to get a crowd reaction despite the crowd not being there, and that's just from I'm gonna verbally abuse the man in the ring with me and make them all have something to say about it after the fact, like on Twitter or something, just to get he got a reaction despite crickets in the what's it called, performance center. So it was insane.
Like I said, again, you know, that sums it up. You can't get a reaction in live in person.
Yeah.
So you do, but you know, it's going to get a reaction on social media because at that point, that was that was how they would measure stuff because they couldn't measure it live.
Yeah, literally.
Dude, that was like, again, like I said, not many people pick up on it. Not many people acknowledge how clever that was. So yeah, very, very cool. And hence why, you know, Roman's the big dog and he is who he is.
Literally, yeah.
Just let him be him. He knows what he's doing. You know, stop trying to make him be the the white, smiley, generic babyface kind of thing. It just doesn't work. So, So we got the planets. We got Pursuit. He sort of said, you know, you've been at Pursuit long enough now. You're doing the advanced stuff. So when you're working on the character, then are you sort of like? I know characters are always, you know, like in a constant state of evolving kind of thing. So are you constantly just trying new things, or is it just a case of fine tuning, you know, what you've got so far?
I think right now, I think this is a good place. I think it fits into a criteria that I'm trying to sort of have, where it's like this character can lose very easily, and this character can win very easily. So like, and that's what wrestling's about. It's all about just putting your character into a place that can tell a story. So this, I think I call it the Quinn just because it's a lot more confident than just Jacob Quinn, because I'm Jacob Quinn. So the Quinn is this bloke who's constantly thinking, I'm the best and I'm gonna win, but underneath he's just me essentially. Yeah, underneath he's me, but he's putting out a front of I'm better.
He's got like this false. Yeah. As soon as the music hits, the light switch, you know, the flip switches. Yeah. And he's got this kind of like bravado from somewhere, and you know, it's there until it's not, and then it's like,
yeah, until he loses, and then he's a. But it's fun. It's fun, man, to just play an arrogant version of myself.
That's it as well. Again, you know, I've spoken to so many people like about characters and how it's makes like not easier, but it makes it so much more varied for like you guys, you know, when you're working. Because again, I repeat myself all the time, but you know, I've sort of said age before, you know, characters went away for a little while and everybody just wanted to be like uber cool and just you know have matches and everything like that, which is great. But just starting to come back now, and it's kind of like, for me, it means you can work smart as opposed to working hard. If you've got a character and the character's over, you don't have to do as much to get a reaction.
Yeah, like I I don't know. We all get into wrestling just to do a cool move. Like we all want to do 450s and Phoenix splashes.
We all want to be Leon Slater, basically.
Exactly. God, I hate how good he is. But like it's true. We want to invent a new flipping move. We want to do something cool like that. But not all of us can do that. We just gotta. I think it's a case of let's work smart, not hard, and let's find our place in this sea of wrestlers.
And that's it at the minute as well. Again, not just Pursuit. There's so many amazing schools out there, kind of thing. And every school is churning out, like dozens of amazingly talented people.
Yeah.
And compared to what it was 10 years ago, just the amount of talent out there but it makes it. Also makes it, again, it's a double-edged sword. It can make it easy for you because you've got so many people to work with, to network with. You're not having to travel as far. You get more local bookings. But then on the flip side, there's more competition and X, Y, and Z. Yeah. But I suppose it makes you work harder on yourself, on the character. What can I bring that nobody else does?
Yeah, it's
my character offer, basically.
Yeah. It's a case of there's going to be someone better than you at this. There's going to be someone with a gymnastics background or a insane powerlifting background who's going to be stronger than, or someone's going to be faster than you. So it's a case of like, how do you stand out? And I think we're all trying to figure that out right now.
But that's what the coaches. I mean, it's so simple, but I love the pose, like that on the posters, the graphics, because that is, A, it jumps off, B, subconsciously, the fans have been like, W, all right, win, all right, you automatically showing you've got confidence, you automatically show it's a cocky character, a very confident character, and that's just by looking at a match graphic, kudos on that, because I think some characters look great on the poster, but you're not always quite sure what kind of character they are.
Yeah,
but you've managed to do that with just that.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It's weird. I just didn't want to throw up a W like that because that's overdone. Or what was it called? The United Empire one. Yeah, There's that. That is a bit edge. So I was like. And that one, or I think it was this one. I was like, it's a bit United Empire. This if I just hold that above my head, as well. So I was like, this is fine. I'm happy with this one. Yeah. Then I saw Nick Wayne was doing. I was like, damn it, but I don't care. It's mine as well.
That's it. If we have to timestamp it, we'll go back and find it. And
I'm the W man. He's got a W in his name. I'm the W man.
That's it, you see. So, that stands for Wade, not winner.
This is a lifestyle. He has a name. I have a damn lifestyle. That's what I have.
He was born into it. You chose it and you worked for it.
Well, I was born a winner. So, again, maybe someone chose it for me.
Oh, dude, there's so many storylines here, man. We need to get you away. This is just like, we're writing a 6-month feud here. We're writing a best of 7 feud going on here. So, but like I said, that's just awesome. And as of whenever you're comfortable doing it, it's merch.
Yeah.
It's just so it's like DDP back in the day. Just with the diamond hand. It's something simple like that. As of when you get to that point when you're confident to do it, or you think it's the right time to do it.
Yeah.
You've got T design right there.
I didn't even think about that, so thank you.
It's all right.
Let's put it on my gear now. Let's put it on my gear. Let's put it on shirts right now.
You get just a little polo shirts with a little hand silhouette there, or dude, maybe one day.
Cut this out. We don't want anyone having ideas. No one steal it.
Hey mate, we'll get foam fingers, and you have to buy 2 of them and do that with a film hand.
How much do I have to pay you? How much do I have to pay you for this?
It's my way of saying thank you for being on the show. And if you buy one hand, then you're a loser.
Yeah. That's a side effect of having these. Is all it takes is someone to break it apart, and then You know.
You're losing, baby. It's not happening. So I feel like I've contributed now. So that's my way of saying thank you for talking to me.
Thank you, man.
So you mentioned there, the Roman Reigns thing. So obviously we've talked about you taking them steps into through pursuits. So obviously before you started training, I'm presuming you was a wrestling fan. You didn't just start watching because you was training wrestling.
No, I was a big wrestling fan since how old was I? About, I think, 6.
Earliest memory.
I remember flicking through channels very vividly. It was on Sky, and I just remember seeing Randy Orton. I think it must have been 09, but he was bald. He had the full tattoos. He was just this slimy guy, and all I could think was, what is this? I think it was the middle of his legacy run with Cody and Ted DiBiase. So it was like, what is this? I instantly was like, as soon as I saw Randy, I was like, what is this? And I need to keep watching. Because it's two people fighting in the middle of a ring. I don't remember who he was facing, but I just have this vivid memory of just Randy Orton being there. And I think the first feud I can remember is also Randy. It was Randy versus Triple H for, what was it, WrestleMania 25.
Is that the one when he punted Stephanie's head?
Yes. It was, for some reason, that whole feud was so cool. I know the match, people don't like the match, but the Triple H invading his house, I was like, hell yeah, Triple H. Break his door down, beat him up in front of his fake girlfriend or whatever it was. I was like, this is the coolest thing of all time.
Dude, so I'm showing my age here, mate. But if you think that was cool, this is the bit where it's like, right, back in my day, right, go back, watch Raw from '97. You'll see Steve Austin breaking into Brian Pillman's house.
I've only heard about this because Brian Pillman with the gun afterwards.
Yeah, and you hear the gun go off, and the screen turns to black, and literally you're like, "What the heck, dude?" So cool as Orton and Trips was,
yeah,
that's like Disney, but that's like Disney compared to the original.
Yeah, Brian Pillman pulling out the gat, hell yeah.
So get a chance to watch it. It's on YouTube, like I say, it's awesome.
I do need to watch it.
Again, though, it's just wrestling from different time periods. I don't say one's better than the other kind of thing, but obviously you kind of got in at that time period there. But so when you're training, do you kind of have stuff that you like to watch to kind of as a reference or inspiration, or do you have a time period? Do you ever go back to I'm going to call them the glory days of WCW and WWF kind of thing?
The thing, my favorite ones to watch is, I think, around the time I was born, 02, 03, and 04, because I'm a big Guerrero guy. I'm a big Guerrero guy. Absolutely. He's whenever people bring up the greatest of all time, all I can think is him. Every match, everything he did in that ring was perfect. They talk about Bret as excellence of execution. I think Eddie Guerrero is damn well up there. He's just everything he did was every kick he did, every punch he did. It was perfect. Everything he did, I was like, this man. There was a lot of, but that's the thing though. There was a lot of them like that, where it was Jericho, Malenko, Benoit, but watching their matches is this is everything they're doing is has intensity, it has purpose, it's just I don't think you could ever go wrong as a trainee watching them. Just sit down, watch a couple of their matches, and then you'll know how you're supposed to be doing this thing. It's insane. God.
Set the bar high though. That's the bar very, very high.
Yeah. Well, if you shoot for the stars, you'll land on the clouds. That. So you got to watch the best.
Love that saying. I've never heard that saying before, but I actually love that saying. But yeah, I'm just getting, as soon as you mentioned Eddie Guerrero, I just start my blood start I'm like, yes. I think we had this conversation with Mo, my momentum last week, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was the same sort of thing, and yeah, we were saying like, Eddie's just number one,
So good, yeah.
Just a complete package. But yes, you're kind of going back watching that kind of sort of stuff,
Yeah,
and being like, right, okay. So another thing that always kind of interests me is, are you still able to watch it as a fan, or do you just find yourself, just in training mode all the time, or does it have to be like a really good match to make you kind of just switch off and be like, yeah, that's awesome?
it's a weird middle ground for me. I think for a lot of people, they go too deep into it. I try my best not to care that much. There's some things that will pull me out of it completely. Did you watch Money in the Bank?
Not yet. It's on my list. I haven't watched much. There's the minute that I've got so many things to kind of like understand. I know I need to watch it. Everybody's like, you need to check this out, basically.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
The thing, I've not watched a lot of AW recently. I haven't watched Forbidden Door yet, so I need to watch that. So my backlog is starting to pile up as well. But there was something at Money in the Bank that completely pulled me out of it and made me go into my wrestling training mode. That's the thing. It takes a lot for me to sort of pull back and think critically, because I try my best to just enjoy the fact that I like wrestling. I'm like, that's what I'm into this for. I'm not into it I'm not into it because of people. I watch wrestling because I like wrestling. Yeah, which I think is a thing that a lot of people are losing right now. Like, a lot of people are just like, online at least, is like, some people just like don't like anything, and it's like, do you like wrestling? It's like, it's insane to me.
Dude, I'm just we'll touch on that in a second. But what was that? What was the thing at Money in the Bank? What pulled you?
Okay. I'm a big Seth Rollins guy. I think he's like one of the best of today. I think he's any match you watch of his is going to be great. He's one of the best at wrestling today. It was him versus Damian Priest. Going to be a good match. Of course it will. So he goes for his normal move, run up the ropes, superplex, roll through, Falcon Arrow. So Damian Priest reverses it, goes Falcon Arrow. No, Seth Rollins reverses it. Actually, Falcon Arrows him. 1, 2, 3. And then the ref goes, no, he kicked. He did not kick. And then music hits. But all I could think was, why didn't you kick? This is like it's, and a lot of people online have like been like, oh, it's production's fault. The music should have hit earlier. It's the ref's fault. And all I think is, Damian Priest is the world champion of the biggest company in the world, and he's not kicking out of a Falcon Arrow. I think that's kind of on him a little bit, which is,
and the
mistakes happen. Yeah, mistakes happen, but like a pinfall, like, I know, like this is kind of like a big deal. This is a big match, and a pinfall should be sort of like one of a normal thing to just, like, you can't, like, I don't think you should be able to botch a kick out. So like, it was like, what? It completely took me out of it. Like all the thing as a trainee was like, no, I've got to kick out there. If I'm the world heavyweight champion of the WWE, probably got to kick out.
Yeah, like I say, the dude can count. So you've counted 1, 2, right? Okay, but even then, I again, I'm looking at it from this side.
Yeah.
Seth could have helped him. If everybody got close.
Yeah.
Take your weight off a little bit. I don't know. Just do something.
That's the thing. It's my sort of own head thing where it's like, no, I'm kicking out there, but then also, I'm not the WWE. I'm not the world heavyweight champion. But like, from one side, it's like he should be kicking out, but then from the other side of me, it's like, this guy is in an arena filled with 19,000 people. There's probably people yelling over the ref count. He's probably the ref. Sort of, when a ref comes down, sort of thing. Sometimes that could be the one count. So there's a lot of variables. So I'm sort of like, the more and more I think about it, the more and more I'm like, cooler heads prevail. But like in the moment, I was like, oh, that's ruined the match. That's all people are going to talk about. And that's another thing. It's not like I care about the botch. It's like oh, that's all other people are going to care about. So it's again the whole do people like wrestling thing is back to that again. It's annoying.
I've literally kind of lost so much patience with so many sort of because I know some people that just they'll go to a wrestling show, it'll be an awesome show, and I'm like if I didn't go but I've heard about it, I know it's a good show, I've heard this, that, and the other. And I ask somebody, and I'm like, was the show any good? And they're like, or they'll tell me about the shit stuff first. Like,
yeah.
Okay, no, I know obviously it's not perfect, so no show is perfect.
Yeah.
And there might be a few things here and there. Don't tell me about the shit stuff first. Tell me about the good stuff. Get excited about it. Tell me about everything you liked.
Yeah.
And then but this could have been better, or this could have been better. All right, fair enough. But don't go straight to the bad stuff straight away. That kind of just shows to me that you're looking for stuff to pick on.
Yeah, literally, it's sort of like it's like this isn't you weren't the one to mess up. Like if you were the one who messed up, I get beat. Like maybe you beat yourself up a little bit over it and sort of fixate on it, because I do that all the time. Is like if I mess up a move, I'm like, I'll fixate on it and be in my head about it. But like when I watch someone like something goes wrong, I'm like, it doesn't affect me. Like what was it? Say there was like, I don't know if there was anything. A table broke at WrestleMania. In night one of WrestleMania, a table broke. Like before someone went through it, they put Karrion Kross on the table and it broke. Okay, something weird happened. If someone asked me about it, I'm not gonna. I forgot. I'm gonna forget completely about it. I'm gonna talk about the main event, the match with it's like you can't. There's so many matches. You can't focus on the bad one because it's going to be a good one, and you should be hyped about that one. Like it's weird.
Dude, I know. I mean, we could go on for ages about this kind of thing. And all I'll say is my general go-to for this is it's like when people get really tribal about promotions. It's like you can't like AEW if you watch WWE or vice versa. It's like it ain't football. You're not picking a team and supporting that one team. It's kind of thing. And why is it when people who don't like a promotion talk about that promotion more than the one that they love? It'd be like, I don't like rugby. It'd be like me going on the rugby board.
Literally.
Just talking rugby all day. Like, dude, you don't even like it.
It's so stupid to me. It's so stupid. Like, there's so many, like, it's rage bait. It's all rage bait. But, like, every time I look on my Instagram Explore page, I'm just like, oh, an AEW fan account is yelling about something in WWE, or a WWE fan account is yelling about something in AEW, and it's like, talk about the promotion you like. Talk about, you can hate them for all I care, but just you don't need to talk about it all the time. Talk about the one you like.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, don't get me wrong. You mean I don't expect everybody to like everything.
Yeah, but don't fixate on it.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, perfect. I just think, oh, mate, I love the logic and the mindset. Eddie Guerrero is number one. Great minds think alike.
Yeah.
It's just it baffles me. So, but back to the stuff we do like. Obviously, you mentioned Jericho. Well, you mentioned Jericho earlier. Within like Eddie Guerrero, Benoit, Malenko stuff. Obviously, he's still tearing it up in like AEW. You mentioned, I'm going to bring this up just because you mentioned you haven't watched Forbidden Door yet, but so you watch like a wide spectrum of stuff. Then you mentioned WWE. Yes. I presume you watch AEW because
I try to keep up with it. Sometimes I'm like, sometimes something doesn't grab me, so it's harder for me to sort of get into it because WWE has a network that I can easily pay for. I've got all the pay-per-views. I can get it on my TV. I don't have to go on my way to look for it, sort of thing. Whereas AEW it doesn't have a streaming service for me to just, I can get it on my TV. Hell, I've got the WWE network is an app on my PlayStation. I can literally stop playing a game and just watch Money in the Bank for all I care, and I can easily catch up on it. But so I try my best to keep it with AEW.
But for me, again, I like both promotions.
Yeah.
I was more pro AEW when it first started for the first couple of years. But I think I use both companies now as kind of a comparison, as a point when I'm trying to make it, as in like 5-star matches versus storylines. AEW matches on AEW pay-per-views are off the chart. They're
So
amazing, so good.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're so good, but it's like, what's the point of them? Don't get me wrong, it's an amazing match, but where's the emotion? Why do I care?
Yeah.
Where WWE matches might be not up to that standard, some of them.
Yeah.
But emotionally, I'm like, oh shit, right, I really care about this.
Yeah. Literally, I think both of them find it really difficult to find a middle ground between it. I think they're both really struggling. Because look at their pay-per-views. AEW's putting 15 matches on a card, whereas WWE's putting on 5. When it's like both of these need to meet in the middle, so that way, it's insane to me that like WWE show pay-per-views are like 3 hours long, but like half of that is ads, whereas AEW shows are like, can I have a minute? I don't care about a match in the middle of this. Can I have a break from the wrestling for a minute? So it's a weird sort of dynamic as well.
8 matches is the magic number.
Literally,
7 or 8.
Yeah, exactly. Seven or 8 is fine by me. Like as long as we're not going into like 4.5 hours, I'm fine with 4. I'm fine with 3 to 4 hours. Just like if we can fit it in there, perfect. I'm happy with that. Yeah.
So, but we talked. The reason I mentioned about the 5-star matches and the emotion and storytelling kind of thing is because, to me, that must be like one of the hardest things to learn. Developing a character, you've got the moves down, you've got the foundations, psychology, telling a story. Making every move mean something, or for it to lead into something else. Dude, I have to tip. I tip my hat to everybody who kind of masters that.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it's so insane. Like, I mean, the people who can go out and have those amazing matches, like, hats off to them. But then the people who can just emotionally invest a crowd of people into something also is like, both of you are doing wrestling. This is both of you are showing the people on either side of the coin are showing the wide variety of it, and it's like you're a master of your craft to be able to do that. Seriously.
But when you're developing the character, thinking about I'm picking your brain now for about you learn the psychology kind of thing. How do you find it? Are you is it something that you're kind of comfortable with? Is it obviously something you'll never stop learning? You never complete it, but how do you even start beginning to try and figure that shit out?
It's so difficult. Like it's a thing of like this is mind numbing. Like it's a case of this is a thing that you've never done before. Now let's try and get the whole thing. Let's get the whole athleticism down with it, and then now, buddy, you're gonna have to try and figure out the whole. Why does this make sense that we're doing this? Because if it hasn't occurred to anyone, this is an insane thing that we're doing. We're throwing each other around and hitting each other just for a reaction from people outside the ring. It's from people we've never met. It's an insane thing to do, and plus we're shirtless. Like it's weird. This is a weird thing to get into. So the whole psychology of it is tricky. I went to pro wrestling. I want to do cool moves. Now I have to explain myself why. Like it's so tricky to do. Plus, it's a case of the one I'm struggling with right now. It's sort of like the Quinn is a guy who's arrogant. He's cocky. So why the hell would he do a frog splash or a cool move off the top rope? Why would he do that?
Why would he feel the need to? Like, he could just beat you with the basic
exactly
things.
Like my dropkick's probably good. My dropkick's the best of all time, sort of thing. Like, he probably thinks I've got a W dropkick. I could probably beat him off of that. So it's sort of a tricky dynamic of why did you want to do the core stuff? Let's try and meet in the middle and make sense of it, which I'm thinking I'm doing. I'm doing my best at not overdoing anything. I'm not doing any big sequences. I'm not doing any big German into a big Canadian into on the top rope. We're going superplex to the floor. Thankfully, we're not doing that. Yeah, no, because I've already got a bad elbow. I don't need 2 torn ACLs and a broken back.
Hell no.
No.
But yeah, like I said, that's it. That's what sometimes people forget or don't acknowledge or even talk about is, like why the character would do something kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know if this has ever been touched upon or mentioned before, but a few people I've spoken to, like they've talked about, when they're developing a character, some people say yay, some people say no, but they've said like, it's cool to have an origin story for your character to kind of set like a moral compass and why they do things. You can kind of, if you've got an origin story, you can kind of, you set a path and it kind of helps pinpoint why they would make certain decisions or why they would do certain things in matches.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think for people like me, where it's sort of like, this is just a heightened version of myself. The origin story is me. It's just what I grew up doing, how I've like it's sort of a tricky thing of like, where's a character and where's Jacob, sort of thing.
But yeah, I think it's the more outlandish characters probably the origin thing kind of fits with. Like I said, when it's just like a character that's you turned up to 11 or 12, you're the origin source. But like, I don't know, like the Axels, I can imagine them having origin stories. Axel's got like why he does something.
Yeah, like his parents were murdered when he was a kid or something like that, or he saw Joker one day or something like that. I need to ask him actually about that. But
do it and just sit back and I bet he'll talk to you for like 30 minutes. And just like,
no, I love chatting to him. But I think the whole origin of me thing though is sort of like, I was a fat kid. I was a chubby little kid who was shy. So it's sort of like, I think there was a point in time where I went the other way, and I sort of was like, to get over that, I had to overcompensate and sort of like believe be a cocky version of myself to try and believe it. So I guess that's more the origin story of, you go from shy, insecure, fat kid to adult who's trying to make it okay, and then meeting in the middle now with me, where it's sort of like we're in a comfortable middle ground.
I'm going to Gold Whiteman. I think I'm going to get shot down if not knowing this. Have you seen Dodgeball?
Yes.
Like, Ben Stiller's character?
Yes. Yeah,
the former fat guy, loses all the weight, gets overly confident, has beautiful hair.
Yeah.
He's overcompensating, obviously, for how he was previously.
Yeah. That's what I think this character is. It's a person who's overly shy, never really had any success with friendships or anything, who's said, screw this, I'm the best in the world now, I'm the W man, I'm a winner, I win everything I do. When they were a kid, they couldn't run very fast, they couldn't do much, so they weren't winning then, but in their head now, I'm a lifelong winner, I'm the W man, I can do anything, I'm better than everyone, sort of thing. So it makes sense. Yeah. And like I say, when you're sort of going through like moves and stuff like that, like I said,
my man's going to hit a drop kick, and he's going to be like, perfect, 1, 2. Oh no, okay, no, that wasn't good enough. Right, okay. Maybe maybe it's just an off day. Right, normally that do the job. Right, let's up a notch kind of thing. So you've got certain moves that just progress from being harder and harder and harder kind of until you get the W, I suppose.
Yeah, it's sort of like the heat is my thing. This is where I put the person down. This is my time to I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you, verbally abuse them, yell at other people. This is my time. So like it's sort of like in the start we'll be a bit, I'm gonna beat him in 2 seconds. Then we're not. Let's ramp up now. It's a desperate character. It's a very desperate man-child sort of thing.
It was obviously, he's his own worst enemy. Like you said, maybe if he went for the 1, 2, 3 after the move, he'd have got the win. But as you said, he's too busy berating the audience, bigging himself up.
Got to be done. They call me Wiener. It's got to be done. I've got to
defend yourself, man.
I've got to yell at him. I've got to make sure they know his boss. Make sure they know it's a W for Winner.
Oh, that's on the flip side. If you ever do the merch, hopefully nobody charges it and just writes Arena underneath or something.
God, I think Bradford's full of French people. Though. That's what I think. I think they're saying Winner just in a different language. That's what I think they're doing.
Wiener.
They wouldn't call me a Wiener, right? They wouldn't do that. No.
Not there. They're too nice. They're awesome. Salt of the earth.
No, they love me. I'm sure of it. I'm the Quinn. Of course they love me.
Oh, they love you more than they love energy.
Exactly. We know it's a fact.
We mentioned earlier about obviously Planet Wrestle. As I said, you was there Saturday. I'm not mentioning it. I didn't want to kind of bring the mood down at all, but it was a loser leaves the planet match against Jack Bandicoot, and dude, as a Planet fan, I'm sad to say, you lost.
Yeah, I'll be evacuating Earth soon. Didn't like it here anyways, so it's fine. Yeah, it's fine with me. I'll be the first wrestler. I'll be the first wrestler on the moon. Other people are going to Uganda. I'm going all the way up. All the way. There'll be something to pile drive up there.
Just shooting stars, just bosh.
Yeah.
But where does the journey go from there? Are you venturing out across? Are you leaving Yorkshire then? Are you going to start hitting other places? You're like, what, Yorkshire? They don't appreciate the W. So let's go. I'm a Nottingham boy, so I'll shout out Midlands.
Shout out Midlands, of course. The thing is, I was in Sheffield because I was at uni there. So all circumstances, I don't have my driver's license. So it's a case of I'm very limited as to where I can go right now. So going up there once my whole being in Sheffield's ended, so it's harder for me to get to Leeds and Bradford. So I've had to take a step away and try and avoid Jack Bandicoot, just in case he does, want to enforce the whole leave the planet thing. Because if he does, then I might be screwed. So I thought I might retreat down the country a little bit because I don't think he ventures in the Midlands very much. Hopefully,
just in case, just have a stash of Batman comics or something. Throw them at him. Distract him.
Yes. I'll get some pairs of shoes as well. I know he likes them, so I'll get some expensive shoes and just throw them the other way.
Meet in the middle. Get some Batman Converse. Bosh.
Oh hell yeah. But also, I think just the what's that? And and then running away might also. I think I'll stay near some Nike shops. I think that's what I think I'll do. Just make sure there's one nearby at all times.
Nice. Obviously, man, you're gonna keep doing what you're doing. In all seriousness, I'm stuck in a nus loop. You got to keep doing what you're doing. You got to keep, learning. So, hopefully you pass your test at some point and we see you back up this way. Because generally, dude, you've got a lot of fans up here, and you've got a lot of people that appreciate what you do.
That means a lot to me. I'm very happy to be in the situation I'm in currently, but of course, humans are greedy. We want more, and I want more.
Bring it all in.
Yeah.
I said you've conquered Yorkshire, mate. Don't even worry about that now. You can, like you say, you can go down. We'll stop off the Midlands, and then next stop, go conquer the capital.
We're just going down.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll see me in Guernsey soon.
Then Isle of Man.
Yes.
Isle of Wight. Sorry, Isle of Wight. I've got the wrong stuff. Yeah, Isle of Wight.
We'll go both.
We'll do it.
Do both of them.
And then because of the French heritage in Bradford, obviously next stop, Paris.
Yeah, I'm very sure they'll love me over there. I'm very sure of it.
We'll just turn the Eiffel Tower into like 3 W spokes.
Yeah. I'll figure a way. I'll figure out a way.
Just put the Eiffel Tower in the middle, and then just cardboard cutouts of you sticking out the other way.
I'm sure I'll be bombarded in France.
I love it, mate. They love a bit of cockiness. They love the arrogance.
Yeah.
But honestly, though, we're talking about that. Progressing on with what you're doing. Lists. I know people love lists. I love asking. I like asking this question, but I hate asking it as well because I kind of feel like I'm putting you on the spot. But we've mentioned Planet Wrestle. What else is on your radar? What kind of things are you looking at? Promotions, that you've had a chance to go out to, network with, get your face out there, kind of thing. Or are you having to start from scratch again now? Sort of, obviously, moving away a bit.
A little bit, but let's clean slate. But let's put some work. Let's put some work into get back up. Because all I can think is now we've done one school. Let's go to another kamikaze. I'm thinking, let's go there. Let's get my experience level up a bit more there. And hell, let's get a driver license soon. Let's do both. Let's ping pong. I mean, wrestling's all about traveling. I'm a world travel man. I deserve. I should. I'm fine with going up and down. It does not matter to me,
dude. And that's it. In all seriousness, when I speak to people, they're all kind of like, as much as they love their school, it's say a house kind of thing. They're always kind of suggested, or it's always recommended, go to another place sometimes, see what somebody else is doing. If they've got a seminar on, go check it out, kind of thing. Yeah. I know loads of guys go up to wrestling in Newcastle for their seminars, kind of thing. Yeah. I know student seminars are off the chart, and people the pursuit kind of thing. So this is it's another box to be ticked. It's another school. See what they do there that's different. See what clicks, and you can bring what you learned at Pursuit down to there as well. And maybe they'll be like, oh, okay, well that's different to what we do. Show us that.
Yeah, I was there last year because uni ended. Second year of uni. Big summer holiday. Need to make sure I'm training. So when I was there, then I was only 6 months into my training. I've got a whole year more now on that. So I need to show what I've learned since then. Show how good I've become since then. Just prove who Jacob Quinn is.
Not even Jacob, but prove who the Quinn is.
The Quinn, yeah, because the Quinn always wins. That's the important thing,
dude. And being in the Midlands, dude, as much as I love, I'm in Leeds now, but I say I'm still a Midlands boy. I'm not a young boy. Dude, the scene is fresh down there as well. You've got so many. Obviously, you mentioned Kamikaze. I know you obviously got House of Pain, Elevation.
Yeah.
There's so many different promotions and schools down there as well. So you could venture out and about and do stuff.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Midlands are you going to be?
Oh, I'm in Nuneaton, so.
Okay, so near Nottingham.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also near Birmingham, so I think so. It's also like an easy train ride up, side to side, down. It's a fairly easy trip to go pretty much anywhere. So nice. It's a fairly easy thing for me to do.
You got a good base then, like you said, you can go off in any direction really, and it's quite cool. Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got New Wave as well in the Midlands now.
Yeah, New Wave. Another one I'm forgetting.
Dude, they're like, I know like Haskins and stuff were there recently. So yeah, New
Yeah.
Wave's ones that's just like
Yeah.
It's exciting times, man. You know,
Yeah,
this is
man. Just got to get out there and learn from other people, you know, because I think Liam has given me such a good sort of base, a strong sort of base that has put me in the position I am in now. So now let's take from other places, let's grab what we can, put it in the locker, and sort of try and make myself a more complete, rounded pro wrestler.
Dude, that's it exactly, and that's that's exactly what you're going to be doing. But yeah, on the flip side, dude, you started off high, like at Pursuits. And like I say, man, hopefully get back up there soon. I'd love to sort of see you, when they go to like one of their international shows, whether they go to Mexico or Rome or wherever they. You're gonna have to get you back up to go over. Or somewhere. If they do France now and you don't go, I'm going to be fuming.
Yeah. I'll make sure. I'll be sending Nathan a strongly worded letter if I'm not if they do something in France and I'm not there.
But no, dude, no, not having it all. So tell him that. Well, I'll message you as well. Like we demand. I'll even start a hashtag Quinn for France or something. France for Quinn or Viva la Quinn.
Yes, we'll start a revolution. You know how much they love their revolutions over there.
Viva la Resistance. So yeah, dude, I'm stoked for you though because, like I said, it's been an amazing journey so far. Yeah. You're starting somewhere different. It's going to be fresh. It's going to be exciting. As I said, as a fan, good to see you go. But hopefully, you start popping up on places that have a good YouTube presence, so I can kind of keep my eye on it that way as well.
Yes. Well, I'm hoping no one will miss me. I'm hoping to keep everyone updated, make sure no one goes without their dose of Quinn for too long,
The Quinny goodness.
Yes, exactly. They're fill of the W, man. Oh.
Yeah, dude. Which brings me, right, I'll let you go soon, but this brings me on to like again, people who are sort of a few years into the journey kind of thing. The importance of social media. Is it something that you've kind of got into yet? Are you behind it? Are you just an Insta guy, or Twitter? You see or is it just Instagram with highlight reels kind of thing?
It's a weird thing for me. I'm not big on putting myself out there, so it's strange. It's weird, but I'm trying. I'm mainly on Insta just because I've got so many people on there already, and plus it sort of lends itself well when there's a photographer at so many shows, there's a video at so many shows, where it's just like, oh yeah, I'll post this on my story. Oh yeah, I'll take these pictures and put them in and put them in a post. It makes it a lot easier for me to do it. I mean, I'm trying, but not the best.
Dude, I think it's something that comes with confidence kind of thing. The more you get, then the more stuff you've got to showcase. Yeah. The more you'll showcase it kind of thing. Obviously, again, Pursuit, their social media presence is freaking off the chart thing. So if you're in any of the reels, just be like, collaborate with me, and then it'll turn up on your timeline.
Yeah.
Gosh, you got this amazing looking reel on your feed.
Yeah. It surprised me. I have one, and I was like, damn, how many likes has this got? Like, it's insane. Like, it was just me doing a move. I was like, it's insane the amount of presence that they have, and I'm glad to have been a tiny cog in the wheel of it all.
But again, that kind of proves, not proves, but it kind of helps be like, right, okay, because again, I'm like you, but it sounds daft because I do this kind of thing, and I'm on social media to hype up episodes, talk about episodes, and this, that, and the other. I hate social media. I hate it with a passion. I don't sit there and scroll. I'm not one of these people that will sit there on my phone looking at social medias. I hate it. I get on, I post my shit, I get off.
Yeah.
I suck. I never like anybody's post. I never reshare anybody's post unless I'm because I don't see it. But yeah, it's that hurdle, like you said, of just hyping yourself up, putting yourself out there, and just being like, because especially with Twitter, I've always said Twitter's just like you're having a conversation with yourself, and every now and again, somebody will join in.
Yeah.
At least within serves a point, you've got.
That's the weird one for me. I've got a Twitter. I don't use it though. Like I think I posted one thing on there, and I was like, this is weird for me. I'm just. I think I'm going to stick with Instagram for a while. So it's weird.
Yeah, it's just pictures. It's just like you doing what you're doing, kind of thing. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, again, it's like I say, it freaks people out when I say that I hate social. I'm kind of, you have to use them a lot. I'm kind of good at them, but it doesn't mean that I don't like them, kind of thing. It's just I'm of the 1% where I treat people on social media as I would want to be treated.
Insane concept,
dude. Crazy, isn't it?
Must be so. Like, God, I've never heard of that one before. What?
It's groundbreaking. I'm telling you. In about 50 years, people actually cotton on and be like, "Oh yeah." So we've hit the hour mark, and just sort of say, stick with Insta, but I say when you've got more stuff to showcase, get it on there, because it's free advertising, and people can see where they can, see what you can do.
Yeah.
I think it's just like, it's sky's the limit. They'll see the stuff of the Quinn, they'll see you picking up the W's, and they'll be like, yes, we want this guy on our show.
Yeah. Hopefully, hopefully we get some more bookings.
This is I'll keep plugging, I'll keep hyping you up. So hey there, dude. So mate, so much, just clocks time. It's been good, man. I always like talking to people at different parts of the journey, kind of thing. And you're still a couple of years in, you've still got that excitement, you've got that eagerness, you've got that genuine enthusiasm, which I just love. It makes me feel enthusiastic.
Yeah,
I get giddy. I start
professional wrestling. Crazy concept, but I love professional wrestling.
That's what I always think as well when people come on to talk, and it's just like, oh, what we're going to talk about? It's like, you know what? If all else fails, we'll just talk about wrestling. But, crazy concept.
Yeah,
we like wrestling. Why would we not?
There's not many people out there. It's a weird thing to find a wrestling fan. So why not just talk about the thing you like, wrestling?
Dude, don't get me started again. We're rewinding back to where we were before. Gotta go on a 20-minute rant about people who freaking egg off. So, right, where can people find you on Instagram?
At Jake Quinn 14. I need to change the name, but for right now it's at Jake Quinn, which is why the confusion. There's a confusion between Jake and Jacob. I'm a Jacob, but for some reason my Instagram name is Jake. It's a mess. It's a cock up on my part.
Just
Jake or Jacob is fine, but this is me setting the record straight. I'm a Jacob. There's too many Jakes in wrestling. There's far too many Jakes in wrestling.
Only Jacob I can think of, and it's a middle name. So I think you might be the only person I can think of with the first name Jacob.
Jacob Fatu. It's a.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can think of a surname as well. So we've got that Maxwell Jacobs, and then Glenn Jacobs, aka
Luke Jacobs.
Luke Jacobs. Oh fuck yeah, cool.
Yeah. Did a seminar with him. So good.
He's like one of the best in the country at the minute, and he really,
he's like the people that I've seen at Pursuit is insane. Sorry to go on a tangent. Joe Hendry's been there. Gabe Kidd's been there. Leon is always there. Kid Like Us 2 is always there. Luke Jacobs, there's so many. It's insane the fact that I've just been around these people, and these guys are the best in the damn country. Some of the best in the world right now. Joe Hendry's at insane levels, and I've been able to get in a ring with him at training. So it's pretty insane.
Was you there for the Nathan Cruz one as well?
No, I missed that one, and I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed about that one. That was the one I missed, and I've been I've missed some seminars, but that was the one where I was like, I really wanted to be there. It was so annoying for me.
I can't. Yeah, you just that genuine feeling of being still being in the mood about it 2 days later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another person training, Miles Kamen, insane, so good. Him, insane.
Yeah, I've seen him so many times now. He's on my list of like, if I could get, and sometimes people ask me like, who do you want on the show? Yeah. And I'm just like, I've got a list of a few people. I think I've never spoken to him before. I've never interacted with him, so I'm always a bit like, I feel a bit shady sliding to the DMs, being like, how's it, Jack? Miles is on that list. People that are just like, dude is just so good. Saw him against Rourke a couple of months ago at Tidal.
Yeah.
What he's doing at BWR is off the chart as well.
He's on my. I've got a list of wrestlers I'd like to face. He's on that, so I'm very big on it. On Miles.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I would pay to see that match. I'm quite happy to. I think that would be an awesome match.
Yeah.
And I'd say, I don't want to jinx it. We're touching wood. I'd say within 12 months, I'd be hyped to see that match.
Yes, I hope so. Just a warning. We got some chemistry. We got some chemistry in there. I'm just saying. So, anyone listening,
That's it. It's not just for schools. It's not you don't just teach chemistry. It's in the wrestling ring as well.
Yeah.
So, dude. Oh yeah. Every time I talk to somebody, I always kind of come away from an episode and somebody will put a thought of a match in my head, and I'm just like, right, I can now not get that out of my head, and I'll just be talking about it or thinking about it for ages now. So yeah, that is right. Okay, you've accomplished. You've got one of those matches in my head now as well. So I'm just like, yes, Quinn versus Miles.
There's a lot in my head where I'm like, I need. That's what the whole list in my head is for. These wrestlers, I need to. If I do nothing in this business, I need to face these people, and then I'll be happy. I could do nothing else but face these people, and I'll be insanely happy. So,
dude, right. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll speak to you again at some point down the line.
Oh, I'd love to, man.
And we'll discuss things that have been ticked off the list as well, and sort of obviously how things are going, at Kamikaze and stuff like that as well. So, dude, obviously, we'll tag you in on Insta. It's not me. Just have any confusion. If you ever get a message on Instagram from Work the Left Side, it's not me. It's my boy Ash. He's an Insta genius. He's just he's an Insta guy. I get lost. You go down in rabbit holes and share stories. He loves wrestling. He loves all the gossip, all the talk. So he's perfect for Instagram. So he'll probably contact tomorrow just to make sure everything's cool. He'll tag you in stuff. If you're not following Jacob, please hit him up and give him a follow on Instagram. See what he's up to. Obviously, you can follow us on there as well, which hopefully you are. If you're watching this, hopefully you are. Hit us up on Twitter, WTLS420, and do the generic stuff I always ask you to do. Hit like, hit subscribe, share, comment. It helps us out. I don't know how it helps, but something to do with analytics stuff. It's all very geeky stuff that I'm a geek. I'm not that. I like my comic books, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching. As I said, hit like, hit subscribe. Keep your eyes peeled. Lots of guest announcements coming up. We have Mr. Keg Stacker later on in the week, who I will be chatting to. So it's a very big, scary man. So I might just sit here, and let him talk to me for an hour. So, but dude, Jacob, thank you so much. Genuinely, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming on and talking.
Thank you. This has been insanely fun. So thank you very much.
That's all I want to hear. Right, and we will see you all again very soon. See you in a bit. Goodbye.